In this episode, they talk about the case and listen to John Deaton, who once again smacked down Elizabeth Warren. After the first debate, John Deaton finished the reading he was supposed to do and went back to the jury board. In the second meeting, interview, or debate, as we chose to call it, he gave some really sharp facts that were just amazing. The people of Massachusetts should also back Deaton, and Elizabeth Warren should be fired. She was very sure of herself before the argument and didn't think she had a chance of losing, so I'm sure she's scared, but Deaton told her to leave. Deaton even made threats against the judge, saying that he had hurt other people who had done the same thing as her and that he wouldn't think twice about doing it again. It would be amazing if Deaton went after her and got her to confess. So let's start right away. What would you say? Bitcoin has become worth 1.44% more expensive in the last 24 hours, reaching $67,889 right now. On the other hand, Ethereum has gained about 1%. Dollars and tails are both worth 99 cents right now. But XRP can be bought for only 54.5 cents, which is a relatively low price. It's gone down by a very small 0.95%. At the moment, two dealers hold 339 million Bitcoin, which is the total market capitalization. The market is still not very stable. We will keep giving prizes and XRP back to users because that is what the program is all about. The service is also set to start up at the same time as new games. Analysts think that longs may make money in this case. According to Percival's figures, the amount of open interest in Ethereum is now $9.6 billion, which is up 28.57% from August, but still less than the all-time high of $13 billion set in June. Due to the rise in open interest, prices are likely to go up because many sellers are getting ready for more demand. Percival said that this rise could be caused by a number of things, such as the Federal Reserve likely lowering interest rates and more people paying attention to how the Ethereum blockchain can be used to create tokens. This change could make people more interested in decentralized financial systems and make Ethereum more appealing to investors who want to make long-term investments. The following chart shows that the highs, lows, and RSI are all moving closer together. This suggests that there may be a smaller decline, which is expected to be between 7% and 9%. Traders are waiting for the market to come back in order to prove that lows are higher and highs are higher, which is good for long positions. Then why are people waiting in the markets? In this place, they're waiting for a small recovery. Check the highs and lows, even though they only see a 7% to 9% drop. If you have a long position, you may be in good shape depending on how big it is. If you are in a dangerous situation like a 100x long, you may liquidate. But if you want to take a safer and more common position like a 20x long, you should be well positioned because the market is likely to go up in the coming weeks. Give this to me, please. With Venmo, 60 million people in the US can now use MonPay to buy Bitcoin. MonPay was just one of the ways to swap money. Okay. I guess I should say one of the companies that said they would back the real money unicorn. At the moment, they also use MoonPay. People who use the site can buy and sell NFTs and cryptocurrency. They can also collect NFTs and sell them. More than 20 million people in 180 countries use its services and more than 50 different types of cryptocurrency. I need to check with MoonPay to see if they accept XRP Ledger NFTs. The process for getting started is easy. We already accept credit cards, but MoonPay could be an extra way to get started with the project we are thinking about. Remember that MoonPay, the company keeping or holding the Lust, was announced today at Swell. Now for the job, they replied, I object a huge number of people lost their jobs. She talks about trust. Even though Senator Warren has been caught being dishonest in Washington, I hope she stresses how important trust is. Will you talk about the fact that as a member of the banking committee, she should be overseeing and responsible for Gary Gensler, but he is the one who does that. She told him what she was going to ask and how to answer it. She said, these are the things I will ask you under oath, and I want you to answer them all right after that. He did it. At that point, Senator Warren said on TV, don't take my word for it, the person who told Gary Gensler that graft is at the heart of everything was her. Warren. The senator is also to blame. As a federal lawyer, I focused on cases involving perjury that were brought under 18 U.S.C. 1622. In this case, I think I could convince Senator Warren. Senator, I hope she takes this up. Because I teach law, I have a question for you. You give a student a test and answer, and the student gets an A. Will you get fired? Dear Senator, I need you in a moment. Since this question came up first in the healthcare field, let's begin there. Are you going to talk to Gary Gensler? Since this issue started in the healthcare field, let's begin there. That's right. He wants to talk about crime. It will follow the 809011010 rule. Blockchain is where 80% of Mr. Deaton's money is kept. He is giving 90% of the money for this project in cryptocurrency. Senator, it's that time of year. He will be completely focused on cryptocurrency while he is in Washington. It's your turn to answer, Mr. Deaton. That's what's wrong. Thanks a lot, Senator. Things are just beginning. But you did notice that she didn't say anything about the fact that I called her dishonest? And she wouldn't say anything about it either. She doesn't want to talk about it. Besides that, she won't talk about Epstein either. She's going to ignore it and act like it didn't happen. Sen, I can tell you this. It was very poor when I was growing up. I worked hard for all the money I had before I went to Washington. You coming to Washington, D.C., broke and coming back 10 years later with multi-million-dollar fortunes is enough for most people. Because of this, I don't think you should ever hold a private sector worker responsible if they have done well, even though they are poor and on food stamps. If you think I didn't give money, Senator, you should know that I sued the SEC. For my work that I did for free, I was given awards for Lawyer of the Year and Consumer. You are a great example of doing something for free. Let's do it, Senator Deaton. Are you kidding me? It's sad that you have abandoned people who own tokens and new buyers. Damn it, he lit her up. He says you left him behind. He told her she was lying and said she was giving Gensler questions and answers ahead of time. She also avoids the question totally. What would it be like to be told straight out that you lie and cheat? What do you plan to do next? You want to keep yourself safe. She had no reason to defend herself. Not at all. Massachusetts, you have to vote for Deaton. She needs to go. She lies all the time. She is dangerous. She is dangerous. She took on this job years ago, and now that John Deaton has revealed her secret crime, it's good for her. A lot of people are upset about the Ripple case and how we'll miss the bull run. Everyone needs to calm down for the next time we do this, which is very important. That makes no sense. It's dangerous. That's not the case here. XRP will not miss the market rise. During the first statement and lawsuit drop, we were mostly interested in XRP's classification, and we were only interested in the end of XRP's main case. The biggest concern was whether or not XRP was considered a security. Remember that XRP was taken off of all platforms lists because it might have security problems. They didn't care about Ripple's automated sales and actions, so they didn't take it off the list. They shouldn't care about that either, since it doesn't touch us, the holders. That XRP would be officially ruled not to be a security is what we were worried about, and we still are. The SEC has given up on that one, and there is no way to challenge that rule. No matter where in the world they are, small investors can trade XRP for free. A lot of people and platforms felt they had to take XRP off their lists, which is why I said anywhere in the world they do not have any ties to the US. And do not follow the stupid rules set by the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Everywhere you can trade XRP, and taking it off the market is a security measure that makes sure it won't happen again. The writing we have gives us full proof of this. It's not safe. There will be more runs by bulls. It is expected that the bull run will keep going. It reached a high point of 75 cents by the end of the year, and then slowly went down from $1.50 to $1.75. We stay where we are between $1 and $1.40, and then we get back on track and break the all-time high from 7 years ago.